says that we're connected to the chat, so maybe we're on. Yeah, we should be good. That's good. Yeah, we live right now. Shalom.
I give all praise, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Makakodash.
Double honor to the apostles of the great millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings to the icon who pushing his word, the truth and sincerity. Alright? Alright, we the Hebrew Israelites, we come week in, week out to prophesy, first and foremost, the downfall of America, okay, which is Babylon the Great, okay? And also to let our people who are the so-called black, Latinos and Native Americans know who the true nation of Israel is. Okay, we are that peculiar people, right? You know, because Esau has made this world think that everybody is basically grafted into the covenant, but it's not. Okay, it's the nation of Israel, the 12 tribes. Okay. And we do know we've been scattered amongst the nations, but they try to basically use that John 3:16 to say, okay, everybody is for the whole world. All right? But
the whole world of Israel.
That's right.
The whole world of Israel.
That's right.
You got to know that when that says world, especially the New Testament, which world is it? Is it oikomene? Is it cosmos? Is it eon? Which one is it?
Right. So, like you say, the nation of Israel is going to be saved, all right? And actually the remnant of the nation of Israel, okay? But, I want to go, and we got to get that understanding, because our people still want to have everyone to be delivered. They ask about, what about they don't ask about nobody but the so-called white man, okay?
Right.
Which is your adversary. But we're going to get right into it.
Yeah, I got it. This is Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. It says, "For thou art an holy people unto Yahweh thy power. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth."
All right, so I want him to read all that out. So he said we're the chosen people.
Yep. Yeah, this is Deuteronomy 7 and 6. "For thou art an holy people unto
Holy.
Yep.
That's separate, right? That's what that's going into. That's holy. So we're separate from the other nations. Just like he did in the time of Adam when he put that breath of life into him. Okay? When he put that breath of life into Adam, he gave him that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Okay? He separated Adam from the rest of the other individual that's walking, people walking amongst the earth.
Yep, it tells you in the book of Second Ezra. What is the Second Ezra? The 6th chapter? Someone want to grab that for the brother.
And we can also get Second Ezra, starting to get down to 6, talking about,
What is it, 6 and like 40?
Yeah, I'll find it.
It's like 6 and 40, like you can start at like verse, maybe like 45, maybe. But you got it, you can break it down.
I'm going to read read 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse 50. Verse 59.
50, yeah.
Excuse me, verse 49. It says, "Thou didst then ordain 2 living creatures, the one thou callest Enoch, and the other Leviathan," going into the, the individuals that walk on land, all right, man, as it's known, and then the creatures of the sea. Yep, that's right. Verse 49, it says, verse 50, "And didst separate the one from the other for the 7th part, namely where the water was gathered together, might not hold them both." So you have a majority of the world is encompassed in water, all right, which holds, all of the fishes of the sea, all the various types of, marine life. And then you have the dry land where you have different types of animals. Okay? Verse 51, it says, "Unto Enoch thou gavest one part which was dried up the 3rd day, that he should dwell in the same part wherein are 1,000 hills." And what does Esau say? Oh, go ahead. He said, well, a majority of the earth is covered in water. What is like 70% water? Okay? And 30% land. So that's that 3rd part of us dwelling on the land. That's right. Verse 52, it says, "But to Leviathan thou gavest the 7th part, namely the moist, and hast kept him to be devoured of whom thou wilt, and when."
And that's a vast majority of the earth. And it's still a vast majority of the ocean and the waters that Esau can't reach. All right? And that's basically there for the time, these times that we're getting into. When these end times come, then you're going to see Leviathan come out of the deeps of the water. Right? Yep. And it says in verse 56, "Upon the 6th day thou gavest commandment unto the earth that before thee should bring forth beasts, cattle, and creeping things. After these Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures. Of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen." Right? So, like I said, after 6,000 years of creation, the Lord made, like I say, he basically breathed life into a group of people that was walking around. Okay? Just like the nation of Israel, he selected Adam to have good and not understanding, okay, to be his people. All right?
But you see how it says, I'm going to read it again in verse 54. "After these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen." So,
well, as it says, come we all. So we all derive from Adam, okay? But as the population grew, especially after the time of Babel, what the Lord do? He basically continued his covenant that he, like they did with Adam. He where did it go through? It went through Seth, all right, and it kept going, all right.
Yep.
What was that? Enoch?
Yeah.
Yep. And it continued on, and like I say, the land was populated. And when it populated, the Lord deemed through Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob to continue to through that bloodline to continue the covenant that he deemed through, like you say, actually starting with Adam.
Heck yeah. Yeah. It says in verse 55, it says, all of this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes. Who is the our in there? You see? Who was Ezra? What nationality did he come from? What time period was Ezra preaching in? See? Was he not preaching during the Medo-Persian Empire? And he was lamenting to Yahweh Shem Yahushai as to why the heathen, who the Most High deemed as a piece of dung on the ground, are ruling over his chosen people. Think of the context of this book.
Right.
It says, verse 56, as for the other people, see, all the other heathen that are not of the Most High's chosen, It says, as for the other people, which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing but be like unto spittle. And I got a precept going on to that. If I may pick it up. Isaiah chapter 40, verse 15. This is what he was referring to. Okay? It says, this is Isaiah, the book of Isaiah was written during, well, it was before the Assyrian, before the Babylonian Empire took over the southern kingdom. Okay? But during the Assyrian Empire, when it was still, in its strength. So it says, behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket, and are counted as the small dust of the balance. Okay? So it's likening these nations, the other heathen, as far as the level of importance.
They start blowing the horn when they come over here. It's like it never fails.
I'm gonna read it again. Isaiah 40 and 15. Behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket, and are counted as a small dust of the balance. Behold, he taketh up the isles as a very little thing.
Right.
It says, and Lebanon is not sufficient to burn, nor the beasts thereof sufficient for a burnt offering. I mean, they're not worthy of being able to put up sacrifices unto the Most High. Man, these other nations are not, because he only made himself known unto his people.
Right.
And our last verse, it says, verse 17, all nations before him are as nothing, and they are counted to him less than nothing and vanity. So how much less can you be than nothing? If somebody says that you mean nothing to me, no wait, you mean less than nothing to me, you get the point. Right. You're worthless to them.
Right.
That's how the Most High views these other nations. But unto us, we're the only nation that he cares about.
That's right. You got it.
And there was still a little bit more, in 2nd Ezra 6.
Okay. Let them
yeah, but I know you told
the whole in there.
Yeah, I got it. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 5, verse 23. It said, O Lord, that beareth rule over every wood of the earth, and of all the trees thereof, thou hast chosen thee one only vine, and of all the lands in the whole world, thou hast chosen thee one pit, and of all the flowers therefore one lily, and of all the depths of the sea thou hast filled thee one river, and of all the builded city thou hast hallowed Zion unto thyself.
The Lord he's a selective power.
That's right.
That omnipotent power is selective. Okay? Like that one vine, right? Yeah. Israel is that one line, okay? When they say you need that lifeline, who to call on, that's who we call on, the nation of Israel. That's who we supposed to call on. Okay? That's why they took that name from us, okay, and they cut us off for knowing who we are. Now that's pursuing Psalm 183, Psalms 83, right? So that's who we that's what they're doing. They cut us off, and we're getting into remembrance. We that like those dry bones in Ezekiel 37. Okay, we're starting to be made flesh. Okay, now if all them dry bones in the nation of Israel, now all them bones are not going to get up and rise at this time. Okay, because out of the nation of Israel, only 1/3 is going to be created into and made flesh. You got to get that understanding. Okay, get that what is Isaiah? What is that? 33. Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding.
Right.
Wisdom, knowledge, understanding, stability of our time. Get that.
I'm gonna jump straight to the point. Verse 27. It says, "And among all the multitudes of people, thou hast gotten thee one people, and unto this people whom thou lovest, thou givest a law that is approved of all." Yeah, man. So, hey, the Most High, the scriptures say that we were made in his image, man. Okay?
Right.
These people, especially Christians, man, they'll say that, the Most High is all love. But we got all kind of different ranges of emotion.
Right.
But we're talking about the creator of heaven, man. Okay?
The creator of emotions.
Yeah, exactly, man. Of all things, man. You can be choosy, but you telling me the Most High can't? You know, you can have you can have a whole bunch of pair of shoes, and you can have your favorite one, but the Most High can't have his favorites of his creation, man. You know, that's how stupid these people are, bro. I got one more. All right, this is Sirach 33, and I'll get straight to it. It says, well, I started at 12. It says, I started at 11, Sirach. It says, in much knowledge of the Lord have he divided them and made their ways diverse. Some of them have he blessed and exalted, and some of them have he sanctified and set near himself. But some of them have he cursed and brought low and turned out of their place. As the clay is in the potter's hand to fashion it as he pleasured, so man is in the hand of him that made him to render to them as liking him best. So the Most High can do what the hell he want to do, man. If he want to make one people, if he want to make all these other nations, man, just to be here, and then create one that he's gonna set his love upon, he can do that, man.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Yep.
This is his will. Now will be done on earth as it is in heaven.
Right.
Okay. If a king has a will that he want to get something, command something to get done, what he's gonna do? He's gonna go down the chain of command. And what's gonna happen? That whatever he want to happen, it's gonna be moved to get that done. Okay. And how the Most High has a band of angels that is performing some mighty works, especially in these times. Okay. You have the 2/3 looking around, you know, thinking, oh, what we're gonna do, and then when you see, because this happened with the quarantine, what, about a month and a half, 2 months ago, when it really started getting out. Now people are starting to open up a little more, right? Yep. They getting back comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Yep. They're getting back comfortable, but this is getting prepared, and they've been Esau been telling you a second wave is coming. Yep. This is not just a second wave of coronavirus. This is a second wave of it's been a light martial law. That's going to get a little harder. Famine's going to get a little harder. Can we just say Ezra 15? Sir. You know, all this is about to get harder. Okay? And who's going to deliver you in those days of trouble, in that bad time? Because because the Most High said in Isaiah 45, you know, he put his name on you, Israel, and you still don't know him. You don't want to know him. Your eyes want to stay closed.
They said there's another. The coronavirus is mutating again, whereas it's going to be more contagious. You know, that article just came out today. So,
you know, I mean, that's prophecy at the end of the day, man.
Right?
I get it.
I was doing research on the Spanish flu, and like I said, that the Spanish flu started off just you know, kind of like a flu, and it kept mutating. You know, I don't know if Esau had his hands into doing anything, but like I said, all this is through the hands of the willpower of Yahweh, the Most High. But what happened is, like you say, it got to a point where it mutated where you feel bad and you try to go to work and you'll be passed out dead by the time you make it to work.
Yep.
And from that time, what was going on during the Spanish flu? You had trade wars. You had war. You had war, real war going on.
Yep. World War I.
Right. World War I. And what's going on now? Okay. The brewing of wars. Okay. Like it says in Matthew 24, you'll see it's going to be wars and rumors of war. You know, and see you be not troubled. But we starting to see this coming to a head. You know, you got even Willie D out here talking about the microchip.
Yep.
It's about to come out. You know, he's talking about the vaccine. This is prepping you for the microchip.
Where did he get that from? Did he read Revelation, the 13th chapter, and say, "Oh, yep, this is the microchip"? Yeah, that's what the market was talking about.
Right.
No, he did like all of us did up here. We watched the videos, we saw the breakdown, and we understood that Revelation, the 13th chapter, the 16th verse, is referring to this RFID chip, like you see here on the slide, man.
Right. And the nation of Israel, you're not supposed to take this chip.
Right.
This is your downfall. Okay. If you don't come back to the Heavenly Father, your will is you're going to end up getting this chip, and what's going to happen is you're going to be condemned. All right. You're going to be destroyed through thermonuclear destruction, also by way of charity. Okay.
Yep.
This is what the vaccine and everything is mounting up to.
Yep.
Okay. and all that bull and
Bull corner.
yeah, all this junk in this vaccination. Okay, and we can always say, okay, the whole world is looking out to get it, all the nations. But Esau is directed everything really to you so-called black, Latinos, and Native Americans.
Yep.
Okay?
Well, it doesn't matter what other nation gets it because they're not eligible for salvation anyway.
Right.
The whole narrative revolves around Israel, which it goes into what we're going into.
That's right.
Which is how our people are the most important people. It's just true. We're the most important people here on the earth, man. You know, the nation of Israel.
Psalms 132.
Okay, cool. So Psalms chapter 132, and I start a break now. Start verse 12.
Go.
All right. This is Psalms 132 and 12. It says, Yahweh hath sworn in truth unto David, he will not turn from it. Of the fruit of thy body will I set up thy throne. Okay? And indeed, the Lord told David that he was going to have a son.
Right.
Okay? And that son was going to be the Messiah, man.
That's right.
You know? And so we pray to be of that house, man. You know? That house of David that receives that mercy that David did, man.
Right. Need that mercy.
Yep.
If you don't have that mercy, then we stuck out here like 2/3. All right. That's why we tell Israel, stop trying to give your birthright, inheritance to another. The Lord chose you. Okay. That's why Yahweh Shah came down here and basically laid his life down. Okay, that was that sacrificial lamb who came to deliver the elect. Okay.
All right, verse 12 it says, if thy children will keep thy covenant and my testimony that I shall teach them, their children shall also sit upon thy throne forevermore.
Okay. Now, the children of who? This is the children of Ammon. All right. He's talking about, like you say, through the throne of King David. He's talking about how Shai is going to sit upon that throne, and it's men. And like you say, they're children. So this let you know this is an inheritance. Okay. This is a genealogy that they're discussing.
Yeah. But going back to because if you read up in verse 9, it says, let thy priests be clothed with righteousness, and let thy saints shout for joy. You know, because the priests are the Levites according to the law, okay, but we are priests after the order of Melchizedek, man. You know, which is why it comes in conjunction with the saints, right? You know, because you have 144,000, okay, 12,000 men out of each tribe, man. It's not 144,000 Levites, right? You know. So this is spiritual. We're a spiritual house of David. We don't have to specifically be of, you know, the line of David to be saved, is the point I'm trying to make. But continuing on in verse, but we do have to be Israelites. Continuing on in verse 13, it says, for Yahweh hath chosen Zion, he hath desired it for his habitation.
Desired Zion. Okay? That's why he said the other nations are nothing. Okay? Pursuing, like I said, back into 2nd Ezra, the 6th chapter, and Isaiah 40. The other nations are but like a drop of out of a vessel. Okay? When you look at the nation of Israel, you cannot try to look at every other nation to try to say, okay, they're the Lord's people. As long as you go to church and believe, you can be saved. No. Destruction is coming upon the entire world. And you're going to have our people that's going to be in it, it's going to be destroyed in it. Okay? That's why we, like I say, we're out here preach to our people, tell them to turn back. Okay? Turn back to the Heavenly Father. Okay? We present the name, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. And Yahweh is the Father, Yahweh Shai is the Son. okay? And we let our people know that we're the nation of Israel, you so-called black, Latinos, and Native Americans. And we also provide who's your adversary, okay? Who's the son of perdition, going into Thessalonians chapter 2, around the 3rd verse. That is Esau, that's the devil, okay? That's the line of Esau that makes them Edomites.
Scripture talk about the Messiah, you know, at the end time, you know, the kingdom of heaven established sitting up on the throne of David, man. You know. So when, man, go back and you look during the time of Samuel, man, okay, even into the time of Solomon, man, the heathen was not joined on to it, man, you know. But our people been so brainwashed by Christianity, man, okay, and that's another scripture too, where it says, I'm gonna raise up the tabernacle of David that's in the days of old, man, you know. to possess Edom, man.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Exactly.
It's not. So it said Edom as a whole, man. Not just some Edomites, you know, but it's some good Edomites. No, man. Hey, man, that's speaking about the whole nation of Edom, man.
That's right.
You know. Hey, the prophets had to go into captivity, man. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you Edomites, man, as a whole nation are going, man. You know.
That's right. Yep. I got a precept real quick. This is Numbers 24. And this is Numbers 24:17. I shall see him, but not now. I shall behold him, but not nigh. There shall come a star out of Jacob, and a scepter shall rise out of Israel, and shall smite the corners of Moab, and destroy all the children of Sheth. And Edom shall be a possession. Seir also shall be a possession for his enemies, and Israel shall do valiantly. Out of Jacob shall come he that shall have dominion, and shall destroy him that remaineth of the city. I mean, if you want to, you know, break it down as a read.
Like I said, that's going into it's going to be manifested into a righteous order. Okay, we're going to possess the nation of Edom.
Yep.
You know, and that's going to be what going on for 1,000 years. They're going to help restart, build up the kingdom. And what's going to happen after 1,000 years? It's going to be a bonfire full of Edomites.
That's right. Yep.
And people can say, "Oh, that's harsh. I can't believe that." We're reading what the Heavenly Father, you know, gave us. Okay.
Yep. Verse 20. It says, "And when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations." When it says Amalek was the first of the nations, Amalek was the first nation to war against us. You know, after we left out of the land of Egypt during the Exodus, Amalek was the first nation to come up against us. So it says Amalek was the first of the nations, but his latter end shall be that he perish forever.
You know, what happened when we came out of Egypt? We tried to go through King's Road.
King's Highway?
King's Highway, smart. And what did they say? We were saying, can we just get through? You know what I'm saying? We won't have our animals, you know, like our horses or our cattle drink the water. We just want to pass.
Yep.
And what did they do? They came out with swords on them. Right?
Yep.
And now what they do now, they do it in secret. But it's not in secret because now, like you say, through technology, you can see all this murdering that Esau been doing towards you Jakes. How long you think that it's going on past 10 years when they've been doing all this support? I'm sure it's work. Yep. And that's the same spirit when you were trying to pass coming out of Egypt. Yep. We cordial with you from here, but you come through here, yeah, we're going to slay you. So why you want to constantly walk around the world looking around your shoulder and around your back, knowing that one stopped by the police could be your last on this earth?
Right. Because I want to say, when Amalek came, that was in Exodus 17 when we was in the wilderness, and Amalek came and fought against us in Rephidim, and that's when Moses commanded Joshua to go out there and fight against, and you know, Joshua and the Israelites to fight against Amalek, and that's when Moses, they had to help his hands raise, because pretty much when his hands was up, we would win, and when his hands would drop, we would be losing. You know, but Amalek was that first nation that just came up and warred against us in the wilderness, man. You know, and that's when what is it? I think it's Yahweh Nasa'ah.
Oh yeah.
You know, as people in church, they'll say, he is my Jehovah Nissi, he's my Jehovah Jireh. You already these different Christians saying that. They don't even understand what they're saying, man. Right. You know, when you say that, you pretty much saying the Most High, he's your Jehovah Nissi, as you say, when it's Yahweh Nisai, right? What you're saying is, man, you going back into remembrance of when the Most High said that Amalek is going to perish forever, man. Right. You don't even understand what you're saying, you know? But you Amalekites, man, you Edomites, man, the Most High through the Spirit and the Kingdom, man, is going to completely annihilate y'all, man. And he's going to use us as a weapon to do it too.
Yeah. Scripture say, man, he that touches you touches the apple of his eye, man. You know. So why the hell would the Most High, man, wanna draft these damn heathen in when, like it says in Psalm 83, man, they were confederate against the Most High and his holy ones, man. Just roughly paraphrasing, man. You know. Just look at the condition of our people now, man. Right. Always at the bottom. These nations are above us, man. Why the hell would the Most High wanna let these damn heathens join in, man? You know, that's just bugging the hell out, man. You know, and nowhere when it talks about the new covenant, man, okay, in Hebrews or in Ezekiel or in Jeremiah, do you see everybody? Right. You only see the house of Judah and the house of Israel, man. You know.
Yep. Right. When do you? I mean. How is that the case, if you don't mind me saying? How is that the case when the Most High said that the Gentiles will be our inheritance? How is the Gentiles going to be grafted in when they're going to be our inheritance? You know? It doesn't make sense.
Questions for both hands, man.
Exactly.
But when you look at these other nations, they have never, they got their other gods. They have their idol gods. Okay? They have their wood and stone. Okay? You have nations that have many, many gods, hundreds. Okay? So we were, what I'm saying, when we come to that low state, we start worshiping other idols. Okay? But now it's time to get out of there. Our people still worship these idols. Okay? Cesare Borgia, that's an idol. Okay?
DJ Chezzy P.
This is your Jesus Christ, right? Yeah. So this is your idol, all right?
Yeah, 1 Corinthians 12. I got you. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 12 and 2. You know that you were Gentiles carried away unto these dumb idols, even as ye were led.
You were Gentiles carried away to these dumb idols. And we've been carried away from these dumb idols for generations now. Because they cut us off from being a nation. Right? And now he has stirred up our minds for remembrance. Okay? We read about our forefathers. Okay? We read about our enemies. We read about how Esau has been coming, the nation of Edom, been coming up against the nation of Israel over and over, okay? They're the top of the heathen. They run the world today. But the lords of the law help them make most of their money. And who is that? So-called blacks who help build America, okay? These so-called Latinos who help continue America's wealth and their construction and what have you, the infrastructure. Okay? Gad, who basically made the lands flourish and what happened? Esau came over here and through bloodshed, took over the land. Okay, and defiled it. Now we know Gad was over here, kind of going off, and they started, that's what the nation is. We stiff-necked, we're always going off. We have our power, and next thing you know, we have to build something. Look when Moses went up the mountain. What happened when he came back down? It was a golden calf. They up there doing all type of lewd acts.
Yep.
But like I say, it's that time for correction.
This is Ephesians chapter 4, verse 17. It says, "This I say therefore and testify in the Lord, that ye henceforth walk not as other Gentiles walk, in the vanity of their mind, having the understanding darkened."
What was it, about the vanity of their mind, right?
In the vanity of their mind, yeah.
Right. So they're not saying if when you start walking in the way of the heathens, you become a low state, you become a Gentile. Okay? A Gentile state of mind. You're not actually becoming or changing your complexion or changing who you are. Well, spiritually, you're becoming a lower state.
Yeah. You're downgrading yourself.
Right.
To where the Most High did it all in phases, man. It wasn't just, we started going off, when we were in the land of Israel, and then we woke up not knowing we were Israelites. It was a transition of us, losing our sovereignty as a nation, going into captivity, and then, suffering that from the Babylonians, and then over and over and over again. So now we have this destitute, most decrepit state that we've ever been in, called America. Okay, that took a period of thousands of years, man. Okay, but now that we've been woken up to this truth, if I may continue, it says in verse 18, it says, having the understanding darkened, being alienated from the life of the Most High through the ignorance that is in them, because of the blindness of their hearts. See, that's we went into captivity and we suffered. This most recent one during the transatlantic slave trade, we suffered not knowing who we are as a people. Our understanding was darkened. We didn't have the name. We didn't have anything, man. Okay, it says, who being past feeling have given themselves over unto lasciviousness to work all uncleanness with greediness. What was the cause of us going into chattel slavery? Going worshiping these other gods, man. Right. Continually. It says, verse 20, but ye have not so learned Mashiach, if so be that ye have heard him and have been taught by him, as the truth is in Yahushua. Here's the point, that ye put off concerning the former conversation the old man, which is corrupt according to the deceitful lust. And that old man is the, in the world, as we say, person that we used to be. If we're looking at our own lives, when we were, not with this truth, we didn't know about this thing of ours. We didn't cleave ourselves unto Yahweh Shai and separate ourselves from the ways of this world. We didn't stop eating pork. We didn't have a problem committing adultery or whatever sins that we did in ignorance. Okay, we separate ourselves from those group of people that do those things now that we have this knowledge. Right. Putting off that former conversation, that way of life.
Like Ariana always say, that's trimming. When you're trimming, you actually are when you stop eating that pork, your body feels good, the spirit feels good. Okay? And when you build, it's like through a video game, you're powering up. So when you start cutting off certain things of the world, you start powering up spiritually. And you need that. What's going to happen if you don't continue to power up through the spirit? You're going to get caught with a ball of fire.
You're going to lose the oil, man.
That's right.
As it tells you in Matthew 25, man, that oil will eventually begin to leak out the vessel, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Once you don't have no oil, try to flick that fire up. If you got a wick, man, it'll light for a minute. If it doesn't have no oil in there. But once that flame goes out, there ain't going to be nothing to keep that flame going.
What you going to do? You're going to have 2/3 running around trying to find the oil. Mm-hmm. Okay? They're going to, they're going to become searching. Even like when we're out here. You know what I'm saying? We still can get out here time to time, but it's going to be eventually where it's going to be, we're going to be away from the corners. We're going to be on, the internet. And what's going to happen? People are going to be searching. They're going to be looking for the oil. But it's going to be too late because, like I say, Yahushua is going to come back like a thief in the night. And all these famine, pestilence, and all this is coming about, especially what it says in 2nd Ezra 15. All of this is going to hit you. And if you don't have that lamp, you don't have that covering, you don't have that comforter, you're going to be destroyed. Okay? It's not going to be a good look.
Yes, sir. This is Titus chapter 2, verse 13. It says, looking for that blessed hope and that glorious appearance of the great power in our Savior, Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, who gave himself for us, that he might redeem us from all iniquity, and purify unto himself a peculiar people.
He's going to redeem us. All right? And how we get redeemed? You're going to see it. All eyes are going to see it. Right? With that 2nd Ezra 13, he's going to come and bust those clouds open, and it's going to be like Independence Day times 1,000. 1,000,000. And he's coming to deliver his elect and also to bring forth destruction.
It says, and purify unto himself a peculiar people, zealous of good works. All right, this Titus 2:13. Looking for that blessed hope and that glorious appearance of the great power in our Savior, Yahweh Shah Mashiach, who gave himself for us, that he might redeem us from all iniquity and purify unto himself a peculiar people.
He's going to purify a peculiar people. Now, Yahweh Shah said in John 4:21, you know, he comes from the lost sheep of the house of Israel. That's the elect, but it's still through the nation of Israel. Now, he said he's going to redeem us, right? Okay. Now, he told us in Revelation, in Deuteronomy 28, that no man won't redeem us. But he also said he's not coming back as a man, right?
Let me get it? Yeah. All right, this is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. It says, and Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
This is where we at. We're in Egypt again with ships, because you don't really need a ship to get from Israel to Egypt, the actual literal Egypt. Okay, the land of Egypt. Okay, we're here in Egypt, double straits. We're in bondage. Okay.
It says, the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
No man shall buy. Right? We want to see the land again, but yet you got all these Jewish people over there running around celebrating, doing all type of gay stuff. But we're here over in the land of basically Sodom and Egypt, getting our backs whipped, right? And no man will redeem us. And like I say, no man won't buy us. Basically, no man won't redeem us. But Yahweh Shai said he's gonna through Yahweh Shai, we're gonna be redeemed.
Verse 14, who gave himself for us, that he might redeem us from all iniquity and purify unto himself a peculiar people, zealous of good works.
Okay, zealous of good works, peculiar people. All right, John 17, the Lord said, Yahweh Shai said that we was given to him. Okay, and we actually Yahweh Shai through the foundation of the earth of Yahweh gave us. Okay, and like you say, the elect we as men, we was back in those times. He's coming to redeem those, okay, those men. Lord willing, we're those men.
What was like, Baruch chapter 1, Baruch chapter 1, verse 19, it says, man, I'll read verse 19, it says, since the day that Yahweh brought our forefathers out of the land of Egypt unto this present day, we have been disobedient unto Yahweh our power, and we have been negligent in not hearing his voice. Now the scripture that we read in Deuteronomy chapter 28, the amount of time that elapsed between that time and the time that Baruch was written, which was written during the time of Jeremiah, which is during the Babylonian Empire, was hundreds of years, man. So hundreds of years of going off, being wicked, being demonic, you know, Most High putting famines and plagues and, you know, having our cities become besieged finally to the point where Most High was like, you know what, I'm shutting everything down. That's the point that we're at when we're reading this scripture. Yeah, it's all rumors. Yeah. Well, listen to the pop. Oh, you go back. Okay, this is Baruch chapter 1, verse 19. Since the day that Yahweh brought our forefathers out of the land of Egypt unto this present day, we have been disobedient unto Yahweh our power, and we have been negligent in not hearing his voice.
Definition, Google definition of negligent is failing to take proper care in doing something.
Right. So when we give the name, our people are negligent to even acknowledge the name. Okay? They just wave it off.
Irresponsible, neglectful, thoughtless, unmindful, forgetful, slack, sloppy.
That's Israel. That's Israel, okay? That's today. It's called Black, Latinos, and Native Americans, who is the true 12 tribes of Israel.
All right, keep going. Back in Baruch chapter 1, verse 19, I'll read it again. Since the day that the Lord brought our forefathers out of the land of Egypt unto this present day, we have been disobedient unto the Lord our power, and we have been negligent in not hearing his voice. Wherefore the evils cleaved unto us, and the curse which Yahweh appointed by Moses, his servant, at the time that he brought our fathers out of the land of Egypt, to give us a land that floweth with milk and honey, like as it is to see this day. Nevertheless, we have not hearkened unto the voice of Yahweh our power, according to all the words of the prophets whom he sent unto us.
Hey, man, you say he not market negligent, man. Man, here you had a Jake, man, stop and trying to listen, man, and a damn woman walking up the damn street, man. Man, that shit pissed me off, man. You know, man, that's why the Most High is gonna judge you damn women, man. You know? Here it is, man. He trying to sit here and, you know, he hearing the word, and she want to walk off, man.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Show you, man, bro, Esau gave these damn women, man, too much liberty, man. You know? The hell she walking off leaving her. You supposed to, man, your man's supposed to be leading you. You know?
Hey, that's Yahweh, the Most High. He was gonna take them blinders off a little bit, and she came back and said, "Put them shades back on."
Oh,
Put them shades on.
Oh, you know, I got a precept for you for that. So,
Crazy.
I got a precept for you for that too. You know, I ain't nothing to you, bro. I got you. But this is Second Corinthians chapter 3 and 12. It says, seeing that we have such hope. What is the hope? The hope of salvation. Yahweh shall come and redeem us from this place. Seeing then that we have such hope, we use great plainness of speech. Like, for example, when I read, the reason why I reread Habakkuk 1 and 19, you may not have thought nothing of it, but that Jake was sitting right there, and I read it verbatim. I used very plain speech so I could understand the topic that we're talking about. You see? It says, that's an example of that. Verse 13, and not as Moses, which put a veil over his face, that the children of Israel could not steadfastly look to the end of that which is abolished, okay, that which is going to be abolished. Because abolished, don't that mean like a law that is going to be done away with, you know, which is this basically this flesh. You know, we look to inherit those eternal bodies. So they couldn't look unto that eternal or that immortality that Moses, you know, was looking unto, because he had just that wisdom that the Most High was giving him as he was communing with him in the tabernacle, was literally making his face to shine. He couldn't, he wasn't able to look at other people without them being, you know, seeing that light and probably being blinded. So he walked around with a veil over his face. We not putting that light or that wisdom or that candle, if you will, under a veil or under a bushel, but we're making it be known openly, right? So it says, like for example, anybody can come up here and ask us any question about the scriptures, man. You know, because we're in those times where those things being revealed. Verse 14, it says, but their minds were blinded, for unto this day remaineth the same veil untaken away in the reading of the Old Testament, which veil is done away in Mashiach. So that veil, you know, that cloak that's over these people's eyes, man, is preventing them from seeing the value of the information that's being presented for $3.99 out here. Yeah.
like I said, representation of when we left out to left to the wilderness. What did we go to the wilderness for? We went to praise the Heavenly Father. That's what it said. Let my people go so they can come out and they can praise my name. And when our people got out there, they started doing the food. They started doing everything. And like I say, when Moses went up, you know what I'm saying, he came back down, and our people, like I say, they was going by the way of the heathen, doing everything, all types of, like I say, lewd actions, all this. And that's what happened throughout generations. That's why the Lord, like I say, in Kings, we started trying to make people tributary when we came and took the land of certain nations. And what happened when we did that? The Lord said he was going to punish us. We supposed to get rid of everything out the land. Keep everything. And people say that's harsh. But hey, that was the order that we was getting. When the angels giving the order, what do? They go serve. Okay? When the angel went and said he was going to basically put down Ahab and Ramoth Gilead, what happened? It was done. Our people got to start going all the way through. You know what I'm saying? Righteousness. Because we be going the right straight way, and sooner we see some like the brother did over here earlier. Sooner you start getting a little knowledge and he listening, like what? What they got the Bible, they preaching? What happened? He had a disturbance. He had his real. Put them blinders back on. Don't take those off. So
right back on.
Right. And just imagine our people now, because people back in the time of the wilderness, they knew who Alashasha was. They knew who the Most High was. Our people won't consider them now. Hosea 4 and 6 all the way.
Christianity got them, man.
Right.
And our people been raised up, generation after generation is believing in that, man. Believing in Chazzy B, man. And with him come a whole different vibration, man. Okay, than the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man. Right. That's why there's no fear here, man. Right. Christianity teaches you to fear the devil and hell more than the Heavenly Father, man. Because all you hear about the Heavenly Father in these churches is how good he is, and how he gonna give you this house, and how he gonna give you this car. All you gotta do is pay your tithe, and no matter what. Just keep just all you gotta do. Hey man, Christianity is just a damn toilet, man. Okay, full of shit. Pardon my French, man. Because you can basically do whatever you want, man. That's Satanism, man. The power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man. He come with order, man. He's not just gonna accept everything, man.
Right. It's unbalanced. Lord, you know what I'm saying? He's not author of confusion. It's like it. And he basically, like you said, he don't like things that's unbalanced. That's an abomination. Unjust way.
He hates the uneven balance.
Right.
Proverbs chapter 12, verse 26. It says, "The righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the way of the wicked seduceth them." So we know that the Most High, like we read earlier in Deuteronomy 7 and 6, the Most High set us up to be a nation that's above all of these other nations. Okay? And what? It says the righteous is more excellent than his neighbor. So these other nations, they're not as on point, so to speak, or right with the Most High, as the nation of Israel is, because the law and the promises and all these things have not been attributed unto them. So it says the way of the wicked seduces them, so they're more susceptible.
He was ready,
So it says, but the way of the wicked seduceth them.
Right.
Okay, so us being spiritually pure, we're more susceptible to be tainted. That's why we got to get the heck up out of here, man. Because the longer we're in this place, of course we building up our faith here. But if we were to just stay here forever, man, the temptation would never go away.
Right.
That's basically torture in itself, man. Having to resist that urge to, do, things that the flesh want to do.
Right.
forever. You know, that needs that that's what we fighting here for, so we don't have to worry about that anymore, man. You know?
You can, like I said, what is an addiction? One thing about something that's repetitious, it's like addiction because you're so used to doing something. Somebody smoke a cigarette, when they stop, they used to doing it. Okay, so that's why you don't need to go and go by the way of the heathen. Don't learn what they do, okay? Because when you learn, you're going to start doing it. You may do it once, may repent. If you're constantly doing it, it's going to get to a point where you're going to be, what do you say? Numb to it. You're going to be, you know, it's going to be, you know, I know I went off today, right? And that's what Israel did when they kept, that's why Yahweh Shai had to come. When Israel, what happened when we kept going off? We got so comfortable with, okay, we went off, we'll sacrifice tomorrow.
Oh yeah, that is.
You know, we'll go sacrifice and start over. The Lord said he was, you know, he was sick of it. And I said he's tired of it. Yeah, I'm tired of it. And so what did he do? He said, I'm going to send forth a comforter. Okay? He sent forth his only begotten son. Okay? Our big brother to do what? To come walk through the earth perfectly, you know, have a gruesome death, died upon the cross. Yep. His blood was sent to us, okay, for us, for the elect to be delivered. I'm not gonna say Israel because it's not for Israel. Okay, like I keep going to John 17. We, you know, he didn't say I'm coming to every. He received through his blood. He's not going to come back to meet thee as a man. So when you 2/3 see him along with Esau, you're going to be terrified. You're going to be tortured. It's going to be the worst day of anyone's life.
Let's see here. So, all right, I was hoping this in Amos. Yeah, Amos chapter 3. This Amos chapter 3 and 1. It says, hear this word that Yahweh has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family, which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Amos chapter 3 verse 2. You only have I known of all the families of the earth, therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities.
Can we get this as well?
Genesis 15 and 4.
If I can say, that's going through, like say, what we're going through now. We went through the curses, right? The Lord said we only knew us, but he still is going to punish us like you do your child. When your child go off, or your child doing something wrong, what you do? You spank that ass. And if you keep going up, you're gonna get harsher and harsher on them.
Yep.
But what do you do after that? You come back and you make up. But this is
No.
Oh, but you like you say, the Lord said, like you said, we the only ones that He have made a covenant with, so-called Black, Latino, and Native American. Okay.
It's Genesis chapter 15, verse 14. And also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge, and afterwards shall they come out with great substance. Genesis 15 and 14. And also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge, and afterwards shall they come out with great substance.
And when we came out of Egypt, we came out with great substance. When we come out of Babylon the Great, we're going to come out with great substance. The greatest substance ever. We're going to get new bodies. What is that? Pursuing Ezekiel 36. We're gonna do it up. Okay? We're gonna go find these elites of Esau, of the Edomites, the Amalekites, the one that rule the world, to try to go to the space station, gonna try to go in the ground. Okay? We're gonna get our inheritance. We're coming back to snuff you out. By way of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai.
says, Amos chapter 3 verse 2, you only have I known of all the families of the earth, therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. It says, can two walk together except they be agreed?
Two walk together except they be agreed. Okay? Talking about so-called black, Latino, Native Americans. Something like say sometimes in Israel, you know, you can't walk because you're gonna have different doctrines, different things. So, like I said, when you get into the truth and get that understanding, it gets to a point where, as you get further to that wisdom knowledge understanding, you understand that all of Israel is not Israel. Okay, you're gonna have this. Some of these saying, okay, you're gonna only for so-called black men. Okay, there's a lot of different things. You get into Israel, you realize, hey, all of them ain't walking on the same path. So all of them, some of them out here for this. You know, I don't call names, but some of them are, and that's just what it is. Can two walk together unless they agree? Esau is no place for repentance for him. We shouldn't walk with him hand to hand, hand joint hand.
Yep. Yep. It's his cause. The reason why he does the things that he does is to make our lives worse. You know? Because if you go into that word, agreed, it basically means to assemble or gather together for a cause.
Right. Right.
You know, we can't be gathered together under the same cause of Esau, okay? For the sake of furthering our kingdom.
Right.
You know, now you have Jake that, you know, work for Esau that may be furthering his agenda. But Esau ain't gonna, you know, come out here and preach with us, and you know, we can't even get all of our people, 2/3 of our people to do that. So how much more the devil, man?
Right. And like you say, why you think the devil is gonna be like, so okay, we're good with you now. Okay, we're gonna put you through 400 plus years, actually much longer than that. We're gonna put you through all this turmoil. We're gonna hung, beat, rape, rob, did all of it to you. Let's get along now. I'm good.
Bro, everything this damn nigga, everything this devil do, man.
Right.
It's to destroy you. This is to destroy these people right here, man.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Right.
Like scriptures say, man. I mean, with that women rights movement, man. All that shit, man, was to destroy these people right here, man. You know? That feminist movement has totally destroyed our people, man.
Right.
You know? Took the man and bound the strong man, you know? Took the man up out the house, man. Put the woman in charge. Look at us, man. You know? Totally do. That's why you got man walking around hella emotional, bro. You know? Just quick to get, you know, quick to want to fight, man. You know? That's not the nature of a man, man. Okay? Right. Even with the vaccines, man, with the education system, man, you know, made to destroy our people, to keep our people at the bottom, man.
Right.
Giving us the minimum, you know, or below average, man. You know?
And all these different type of tests and what have you. Yeah, it's not for you, Jake.
Nope.
Okay? It's not for you. I mean, we have different type of chemicals, you know, in our bodies compared to Esau. And that's just true. Okay? Melanin, you know. We you know, so black Latinos, Native Americans, we got a natural oil that actually got a look, you know, it's smooth. Hey, might got a look smooth, look nice smell to it. Esau is rough, even when he's sweating, it's tight. And what else? You know,
He has leprosy all over his body, man.
he got leprosy. You know, and all, you know, and like you say, he. Who was that? Jake that said when he walked up to the podium, he sprayed and said it smelled of sulfur in there. You know, it's right. Chavez.
Hugo Chavez.
Sure, Hugo Chavez. He was calling Esau the devil. Mm-hmm. And you know what happened when you a public figure, somebody that's got power and say something, especially with Jake. What happened? Anything happened to him? What happened? He ended up dying later. Esau is a murderer.
That's right.
You know, there's a difference between killing and a murderer. Esau is a murderer. Okay? And he'll do whatever he has to do to get his way. And he always likes to plan an agenda. That's a sneaky MF.
Right.
You know, trying to keep people angry, you know, at bay. But hey, he's a he's a sneaky. He's sneaky. He's a heathen. And he's looking forward to kill you.
Which one? The Job? Okay, Job 20 and 19. Because he have oppressed and have forsaken the poor, because he have violently taken away an house which he built him not.
He finally took away America. Okay, this land here, you know, the Indians could drink water, you know, from creeks and things like that. He came over here. Now you can't drink out your damn faucet. You'll get all type of iron poison and stuff. You continue drinking this stuff today. I was Mississippi. I grew up in Mississippi, and I could just drink right out the hose or right out the faucet. And I went up there a few years ago, thinking, you know, I'm gonna do the same thing. And that water tastes like apple bunny. It's not bad. It smelled bad. It tasted bad. Nothing like it was back when I was young. Who controls the land? Why is all this stuff becoming and waxing worse and worse? Can we get some people, kingdom, authority, righteous church, and also one kingdom translated from one to another. That's in
This is Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people shall rejoice. But when the wicked when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn.
And what are the people doing today? The whole world is mourning. Because the whole world is under the foot of the so-called white man. Right. Who is Esau Edom? The red Hebrew Edomite. And this is true. If you go and do your research, you'll see who the actual enemy of the so-called black Latinos and Native Americans, who is the nation of Israel. They go anywhere. If it wasn't nobody else on earth, they would kill each other off. They don't want to do nothing but be conniving. They want to. They strive off blood. That's why they drink blood. They strive off blood. And who was the first murderer? Cain. So that drive to kill you, so-called black Latinos and Native Americans, and we are so, like I say, scattered throughout. That's why they're coming out to try to. They want to kill you. That desire to kill you, Jakes, has went on since the garden. It went on with Esau. Okay. Mm-hmm. It's going on with Donald Trump. Yeah, he don't even got control now. So the real true powers are starting to take control, and people are starting to see it. That's why this devil tongue is falling upon himself.
God, I got precept in Ezekiel 35:1. Moreover, the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it, and say unto it, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and will make thee most desolate.
How can you, how is he against them, and the Lord is he love everybody? How is he against them, but yet, I'm against you, man, but if you got two teams playing and one team is against another, you're not on the same team.
Right.
Somebody's going to win and somebody's going to lose.
You're like, you ain't going to a football game, like you said, going against another team, and somebody, a reporter asks you, well, who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl? Well, I mean, honestly, I would be cool if it's a tie.
Right.
So we both will win and get the championship. No, you're going to say you want your team to win.
Right.
You know, same thing with the Heavenly Father. He got enemies. And he's going to ride on his enemies.
Right.
Verse 5. Verse 4. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am Yahweh. Here's the point, because you mentioned that, because you mentioned that he likes blood. I'll read verse 5 and 6. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee, since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee.
Right. That's their recompense. Okay, you gave the bloodshed, and what's going to happen? The Lord is going to come, and bloodshed is going to fall upon you. Okay, woe to him that buildeth the town by blood. And Esau, you have built plenty of towns, cities, states, countries by blood. Okay,
Right.
matter of fact.
Sirach 10 and 8, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches gotten by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another.
Right, like I said, about unrighteous dealings, deceits. That's why these other nations are starting to hate the war, because of unrighteous dealing. Versus, like I say, he did it with the nation of Israel, and I like to refer to Psalms 83, where they actually came to be in a joint together as a confederate to cut the nation of Israel off. And what happened? They went on and they started living lavish. You know what I'm saying? Look over there in the so-called Middle East. Look at Saudi Arabia. They live good. Look at Dubai. You know, so they were given a blessing, and they have received their blessing. Who haven't received their blessing? The nation of Israel.
Right?
And what's going to happen is the Lord is going to put their recompense back on these heathen nations, especially the nation of Israel. I mean, nation of Edom. And what's going to happen? He's going to deliver the nation of Israel. And like I say, starting off with that blood. The blood is going to pursue you. The blood is going to pursue it in 2/3, because you're following the ways of Esau, the ways of your enemy.
It's Nahum 3:1. Woe to the bloody city. It is all full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not.
How was this land found? It was, they say it was found by Cristobal Colon. And I always thought about that when I first got, you remember things when I was in school, when we started talking about that, and I kept seeing these other brown-skinned people with feathers in their head and everything, thinking, okay, well, they came on the boat with them? No. But, well, how did he find it? He discovered it. The teacher never could provide an explanation. He just discovered it.
They say he was on his way to India, and he went the wrong way. Then he just landed on America.
Right.
Like, bro, no, that's not what happened, bro. He knew exactly where he was going. He knew exactly who was here.
Yeah, Hebrew translators.
Yeah, Hebrew translators, man. They got here based off of the prophecy in 2 Ezra 13, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so man, these Edomites, it says he had a perpetual hatred. That word perpetual in the Hebrew is ilawom, I want to say it is. It means it's of antiquity, or it's ancient.
Right.
Esau has an ancient hatred for Jacob, man. So he knew the Most High had it, whereas he had chariots guarding Cristobal Colon over here, man. Why? At the end of the day, for prophecy to be fulfilled, man. You know.
Like I said, the prophecy be fulfilled. Like you say, the curses fell on us. And like the Cristobal Colon, he actually traveled all the way over here to what? Put a foot in Gad butt, right? Truth shall overcome. All right?
Shall prevail at last.
That's right.
Right.
And that's what's going to happen. You know, and Esau, it's so, I'll be bugged out if I know I got an agenda and a plan, and my agenda and plan keep following for the same things that's happening in the book. We're going to set up for them to take a vaccine shot, and we're going to eventually move on to a chip. Hey, Revelation 13. How would you feel? You just got to think about that. So when you're so bugged out, you're going to try to do everything you can to stop prophecy. But like I say, that would drive somebody nuts just to say, I want to stop the prophecy, but yet you're following the same suit as how the prophecy's supposed to follow.
Right.
You know, that's the Most High. He's funny, okay? He's funny and he's all powerful at the same time.
Right.
You know?
Perfect time.
That's all we in control.
That's right. He shows you the control. And also it shows there is no free will. You know? There's no free will out here. You thinking out there that you slip and fall and get up and go sit back down and say ain't going to work today. That was already bound to happen. You know, people don't want to believe that because they don't want to think about something. Our people try to take away from the power from the Most High. You know? our people try to take away from the power, you know, because they try to put the devil in the same league as the Most High. I had I know we all over the place, but I had this Christian woman, you know, she was just talking to me while I was waiting in line at the store. I was just telling her, hey, you know, well, and she was like, you know, ain't this going on, the devil, this and that. And I just told her, hey, you know, when the devil up there with the Most High and the rest of the angels, when he was out there and with Job, in the book of Job, she was like, I didn't think about that. Yeah. Because, right. But, you know, but come to think about it, this is just the Most High letting them know, hey, we got somebody out here that got the proper understanding. Okay? You go to the church, you don't hear nothing about this. You read Job in the church, and what they're going to say, well, why is the devil up there? Baby, don't worry about that. He'll be all right. The Lord just, you know, he's fighting with him. Yeah. No, he's not down there burning. He's not down there sitting, waiting for the Most High to send souls or the spirits down there where they can burn for eternity. That's a long time. Because after 1,000 years, Esau's going to be destroyed in the kingdom. So it's not going to be no eternity burning.
Can I add something real quick to that, bro?
Sure.
If I can add to what the brother just said. If you believe that in Proverbs 11 and 1, the Most High says he's a balanced power. There is no balance in a person living, what's the maximum? Maybe 100,
right.
120 years to eternity of burning in fire, man. You know what I'm saying? Where's the balance in that? The Most High says a false balance is abomination, man.
Right.
He hates it. So that right there tells you that's a lie. And so, you know, I mean, come on, let's just think logically, but it's right there in the scriptures, man. Right. You know, that's abomination.
That's an abomination. Yeah.
I'm about to say, and that'll also make the Most High a liar, because it'll make void the promises that he gave to our forefathers. So a spirit, let's say an Israelite spirit, gets up to the heavens, and the Heavenly Father sends it back down to hell, and it burns for eternity. That spirit will never come back on the earth and live out his life again. Right. That make reincarnation void, which is also true in the scriptures. And that once again make the Most High a liar. So that hell doctrine shit, it don't make sense. Right.
One last thing, like the brother said too. And when you read the scriptures say that the spirit is a fire, man. You know what I'm saying? So there will be no torment if there was an actual hell, man. So that come on, man.
And like I say, it's fire. That spirit is pure energy. That's why when you die, you succumb to death, your body gets cold. Okay? Your spirit it leaves the body. And it comes cold instantly. It don't be like it's given about 30 minutes to an hour to get cold. No, it don't be like this. And why do it be like this? Because the spirit, when you gone, the spirit gets delivered. It's gone. It's out the body. And what is it? And like I say, it's through the blood. That's why these elites of Esau, that's why they go around and they want to get that adrenaline going, and they want to cut somebody's wrist, and they want to drink their blood. And they feel like they can live longer, they're gonna still look younger. Because Esau, when he's 30 years old, he was like he's about 60, at least 50 for sure. You know, because they got no pigment. You know, and this is just fact. This is just fact. That's why they want to get your melanin. And when you think about it, where you get melanin from? How do they get melanin? Right. Yeah. Brand. I got a bottle of melanin. How you get those?
How you get that shit?
Yeah, how did you harvest that?
How many organs does it take to get a gram of melanin? Yeah, I had a precept. This is Psalms 10 and 2. The wicked in his pride doeth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. You know, so all of this lamenting that we're going into about how wicked this devil is, all of the things that he's done is going to turn upon his own head for his punishment, being that in his pride he thought that he was going to go, like you also say, altogether unpunished, man. He thought that the Most High was such an one as himself, as his wicked self, Esau's self. You know, Esau thought that the Most High was like him. You know, he thinks that God is the devil. You know, he's a God, but he's not the power of powers, man. He's not the Almighty. But Esau wants the devil to be this almighty power, because if what the Most High said in the Bible comes true, he's done.
Right.
He's finished. You know? So he's practiced Satanism and witchcraft and every other spiritual thing you can get into, okay, for the hope of finding some loophole, contract, 1,000-page way to prevent or extend his kingdom, man.
Right.
Which he's done a great job at extending this mug. But it's only gonna go to a certain point. When that point's been reached, it's a point of no return, man.
Like going in there to the book of Obadiah, How, I say, how is this thing searched out? His pride. When you go into Obadiah, it goes into the pride of Esau. And when it goes into his pride, it goes into how high his nest is, and then it goes down to the downfall.
Yeah, man. Esau, like the brother, man, how Esau trying to extend his kingdom, man. Like, that's why he's trying to push this transhumanism shit, man. Okay, he's trying to get everything. He wants to eventually put transfer the soul, okay, into a machine, man. Right. He puts it in his movies, like transhumanism. I think with the 6th Day with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yep.
How they constantly just put your soul on a computer, man. Okay, and you die, they clone you and put your consciousness back into another body, man. Esau, man, but it's not gonna work, man. Like the brother said, it's gonna go to a certain point. The Most High is gonna cut that shit off, man. Yeah, real scary.
Bring this out and back it up. Yeah, because this devil is not going to surpass his allotted time. This is Job chapter 14, verse 5. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. So he ain't going to pass that to the millisecond. When he gets to that point, he through, man. You know what I'm saying? No matter what he tries to do, how he tries to scratch and claw around and kick and scream and cry, man. The Most High has this devil's time appointed. And when we get to that time, he out of there, man.
I want to laugh back on that because he said it's going to be a time where it's going to be a complete stop. And this is going to be the end of Esau's road. This is Obadiah chapter 1, verse 8. It says, shall I not in that day, saith Yahweh, even destroy the wise men out of Edom and understanding out of the mount of Esau? And like you say, the wise men of Edom, they being brought low now. And it says, and the mighty men of Teman shall be dismayed to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. Okay? And it says, for thy vengeance against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee and shall be cut off forever. So it's going to be that point where Esau is going to be cut off. Okay? So his reign is almost at the next stop is his last stop.
That's right.
Like he's on the train. The next stop is the last stop. Okay? So, hey, it's beautiful. Like I say, you got to rejoice when you hear Esau's going down.
Right.
Okay? You can't help but to rejoice. Now, we know it's hard time that's coming. All right? And like I say, the elect is going to be scarcely saved. But that glory and that glory to Heavenly Father, just to know, hey, He gave us the understanding that Esau, the man that kept us in subjection for generations and generations, is going to be destroyed. He's going to become a slave. Because he deserves it. Okay? That's righteous judgment that's going to come about to Esau. And what's going to happen after 1,000 years? We'll mention it 2 or 3 times. Death. Okay? He will be no more. All right? It's going to be, and if you want to call that infinity, yeah, it's going to be infinity. You won't see Esau. Now, spirits, what that's going to do is they're going to come back to other nations. Right. They won't come back to the nation of Israel, but they will come back as other nations. But the one with no melanin, you got to be destroyed. Right. Taken off the map.
Well, that's what his name means, man. Aishashwa, man. Right. Well, it's really Aishwa, but the root word is Aishash, which means to be wasted away, and Wa at the end of the word means heat. So it's a kind of abbreviated version, Aishwa, but Aishashwa are the 2 words. Right. But wasted away, man. Wasted away, man. Right. His skin, you know, his blood shows forth through his skin, translucent, you know, or whatever you want to call it. Translucent, I think is the term. You know, that's why he's red, because underneath the skin is blood. So they got that see-through skin. Right. And then he's gonna be wasted like Grand Theft Auto wasted. Okay. After that 1,000 years of him being in captivity, man. Right. Okay. But even during that captivity, he's gonna be dusted off. He's gonna be getting his ass destroyed, man.
Yeah. Legacy is gonna be wasted away.
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me.
Like I said, Job. Yep. Like dung. Yep. Dung. Wasted away.
I got
That's
that.
what they call dung, right? Wait.
I got that. This is Job chapter 20. I'll start at verse 4. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment? Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. Right. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? He shall fly away as a dream, and shall not be found. Yet he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. The eye also which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him.
You said, like you say, he's like a dream. He's gonna, basically fly away. You just think about that. Sometimes you wake up and like, man, I had this dream. What was it about? I don't remember. It's nothing to a point. Time will pass. He saw. Y'all remember that red joker that you saw when that was 50 seconds of the world for the kingdom? You remember? Man. It sounds familiar. I don't know.
Disrespecting nobody. No one's religion around. I know y'all having church.
It sounds familiar.
Galatians chapter 1, verse 12. For I didn't receive it. Amen. Nor was I taught it. I received it as a revelation of Jesus Christ. Yes, I am still caught up in sin to a degree.
Psalms chapter 126, verse 1. When Yahweh turned again the captivity of Zion, we were like them that dream. Because we continually daydream, night dream, fantasize about the kingdom, man. And then this decrepit experience is going to be a thing of the past forever. Ain't going to be no time machine where we're going to be able to accidentally fall into and be back in America. No. Right. It's going to be the kingdom forever, man. Right. You know? You see, verse 2, it says, then was our mouth filled with laughter and our tongue would sing. So that's what we're mourning here. Right. Because it's a hellhole, man. We're tired. It says, then said they among the heathen, Yahweh has done great things for them. You see, we're gonna boast in the Lord. We're gonna have them under subjection. We're gonna be able to build up our own kingdom in righteousness, sovereignty, and be able to perform the law in its entirety, man. You see? And this place is gonna be a thing of the past, man. Right?
The other nations, they're gonna be like Rahab at the time of Joshua. They're gonna know. What did she do? They knew about the power of the Lord. They feared when they knew the Israelites was coming towards their coast. You know what I'm saying? To their land. They feared it. And when them spies went in there from Israel, what she say? She said, hey, basically, we can hide out here as long as you have your power delivered. And what happened? She got delivered through it. They didn't, what happened? They conquered them. They seized them. You know what I'm saying? They was killing the men. You know what happened during the moments of war? What happens at the end? Spoiled.
She said, I don't know faint because, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, they knew, you know what I'm saying? What you have by Shimei Shah did in Egypt, man. Right. Hey, that was spread abroad, man. Right. They knew, you know what I'm saying? That's why she said the thing was through. Like, bro, they don't want to fight. I don't want to smoke, man. That's gonna happen again, man, when everybody see what the Lord's gonna do to America, man. Right. Babylon the Great. His name is gonna be established in the earth again, man.
Right.
I got a precept.
That's what it's going into. That's what like I say, this is Egypt all over. And what's gonna happen? The plague's gonna happen, and then destruction's gonna happen. Go ahead.
Real quick, brother. Psalms 126:1. When the Lord turned again the captivity of Zion, oh, you got it? You got it? Oh, no, it's like Psalms 126:1. A song of decrees. When the Lord turned again the captivity of Zion, we were like them that dream.
I like to say that dream, you know. And the brother just brought
I said that's the spirit.
And it's funny, he laughed because he said we're going to have laughter. So once you get back into the land, we'll be like, man, this wasn't but a badass dream.
Say, I'm just big out.
And we're back right. It's going to be like a dream, man.
yeah, bad dream, terrible dream.
Man.
I don't want to go back to sleep. Man,
You know, ain't
that's right. Go back to them bills and I'm gonna make it next week.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? My car broke down. I got to call in. I'm gonna be late. Might get fired. I got to call somebody.
Making them feel like I got to work.
Yeah, all that. This is where this world is wearing the saints down. You know, so we're ready for this to be over with.
Isaiah 54:4. Fear not, but thou shalt not be ashamed, neither be thou confounded, but thou shalt not be put to shame. For thou shalt forget the shame of thy youth, and shalt not remember the reproach of thy widowhood anymore. You know, so we're not gonna have to worry about the times where the different heathen nations look down on us, when they clap their hands at our downfall. You know what I'm saying? When they profited off of our ignorance. You know, we're not gonna have to worry about that, man. Even we're not gonna be in the kingdom. We ain't gonna be in the kingdom talking about how much we play or when we play 2K in the world, or you know what I'm saying about, oh man, remember we went to that bar, man? Man, that drink is good. We ain't gonna be worried about none of that bullshit, man. This dream, this nightmare that we living in right now, man. The Most High He gonna completely wipe us away out of our memories, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Babylon. The only memory that we gonna have in this place is when we fly over here in our chariots and you gonna see smoke just burning from this place. You ain't gonna be sitting here taking your children and your children's children back there. Yeah, man, you see this why I went to high school. We played basketball at this park over here, man. This is when I first got my block. You know, he ain't finna be worried about none of that, man. You know, the Most High is gonna put a whole new mind in us, man. You know? It says our widowhood is not gonna be remembered anymore, man. You know, or the reproach of our widowhood. You know? We got it out there.
It's gonna be a reset. You know, because why are you gonna look towards the past, you know, and you got an infinite future? That infinite future, I mean, you got to worry about a kingdom, building, constantly growing. Okay, because like you say, you can only go so far, and you got so much more to cover. You know what I'm saying? Didn't your house shot say going up to prepare a place for it?
Yeah.
Revelation 21:4. Then the Most High shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, nor shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away.
Right. It's gonna be through, man.
It's about time. You know, like I say, it's not gonna be any flesh left. We're seeing all this death, destruction, World War. You know, 3 is basically has started. It just hasn't ramped up. See, our people go around with these flags and stuff.
Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo. 15th. You know what I'm saying? But Isaiah 45 say our people have never known them. Our people don't consider them.
I want to rep something.
Yeah.
They were this with that hard man.
How you proud of the president taking you there?
Hey,
you were proud of where you was slave at?
After damn parade,
In the Book of Kings, it said if people touching the Eastern Great Tour, you come back like that.
right.
Gone, man.
Yeah, it's the cars. Those people scoring, man. They should be out here listening to us. You know?
Yeah, they joined on to they Spanish books. They're not Spanish.
Damn, man.
Yeah, because Mexico, it's not like Issachar up there, you know, governing themselves, man. They got Esau over there, in the seat of authority, you know.
Best believe Esau has look at that bloodline to make sure you don't go back to you so-called Latino. He made you go back to Edomite. They're integrated with you, Jay. Looking like he might be you, but he's not. Powers that be over you Northern Kingdom land over in the West. It's the Edomite that's over. That's the woman that guy they were trying to get to take over. Take over Maduro. Yeah. You know, they tried to get him to overthrow it. You know, even America had something to do with it, but it didn't work out. You know? You know what?
Guarantee they got a berry air freshener hanging up.
Oh yeah.
In the format. We got the tattoo in the back real big, like
right,
that's right. Mural.
The thing is, you can ask them what single tomorrow means and say, yeah, it's made of people. But like, what exactly happened?
You know, right.
I guarantee you 90% of them don't even know. Right. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, here it is. You're still in captivity. You took the oppression. Like, yeah, it was a victory. It was a victory. We defeated the French army. So I was able, did that give you liberation? Did that make you free? Right. No, you're still in captivity, man.
Still that donkey punch down.
Just got off work.
Just got off work.
You grow up in prison. And you born, raised in prison. And then your kids are born and raised in prison. You're going to think that's the norm. You shouldn't have a better life. There's going to be some murders. That's our people. They, you know, we celebrate Cinco de Mayo and everything. This is what we're supposed to do. Little do you know that you're the top of the food chain. You're supposed to be. We're the lowest of the low right now, you know, because we're under the curses. But those curses are being lifted up, and the curses are starting to fall upon your enemy. So come out of her, my people. You know what I'm saying?
It's Micah chapter 2 and 10. It says, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you even with a sore destruction."
Rise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. And it's giving us, it's killing us and destroying us with sore destruction. Look at that. It's destroying us with these false holidays, okay? You think you're worshiping one thing, but you're worshiping a totally different what you think you are. I'm going to worship Christmas. I'm praying to the Lord because it was Jesus, it was his birthday. Christmas. But no, you're not celebrating it. Right.
This is Jeremiah chapter 13, verse 10. It says, "This evil people, which refuse to hear my words, which walk in the imagination of their heart, and walk after other gods to serve them and to worship them, shall even be as this girdle, which is good for nothing."
Right.
It says in verse 11, "For as this girdle cleaveth to the loins of a man, so have I caused to cleave unto me the whole house of Israel and the whole house of Judah, saith Yahweh, that they might be unto me for a people, and for a name, and for a praise, and for glory." It says, but they would not hear. So after all of this effort that the Most High put in delivering us from Egypt and giving us the laws, statutes, and commandments, we still continue, as we see illustrations, we continue to go after these other gods and exert our energy into other philosophies that have nothing to do with salvation, man. It really makes the Most High more angry with us as a people.
Right. Like it says, John 8:44, "You your father the devil." They're referring to you Jakes, who keep following the ways of the world, which is Esau's world. So you basically like that's referring to today, you're basically actually you're being a devil. And what's going to happen when Yahweh Shai comes, he's going to destroy the devil in the world. And like it says, through mercy, the elect will be delivered.
Ezekiel 5:11. Wherefore, as I serve the Lord power, surely because thou hast defiled my sanctuary with all thy detestable things and with all thine abominations, therefore will I also diminish thee.
Like I say, because you eat abominable things, we tell you not to eat pork, you still do it. You know, not to worship, not to celebrate Christmas, doing it for the kids. Regardless, you're condemning them when you do that. Yeah. All right, but like I say, it's time to know your Maker, know your Creator, know the true name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, and the Son is Yahweh Shai. Know that you so-called Black, Latinos, and Native Americans are the true nation of Israel. Know who your enemy is, who's going to come down like a flood on you, which is Esau Edom. This is so-called white man. We're almost done. We're almost home, and destruction draws nigh upon the land of Esau Edom, which is Babylon the Great,
right,
along with the 2/3.
Right.
He said he's going to diminish them, man.
Diminish them.
Neither shall mine eye spare, neither will I have pity.
No pity.
Man.
No remorse. It's going to be straight destruction, and that's it.
Ezekiel 6, and I started 1. And the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face towards the mountains of Israel, and prophesy against them. And say, Ye mountain of Israel, hear the word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Thus saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai to the mountains, and to the hills, to the rivers, and to the valleys. Behold, I, even I, will bring a sword upon you, and will destroy your high places, and your altars shall be desolate, and your images shall be broken. And I will...
That's what he's talking about. He's talking about the whole nation. We went off. It's just like a sports team. If we lose, no matter who was their fault, you're all going to run. So the curses fell upon everyone. You got to think, the curses, when you had the prophets, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, you know, you had all these prophets who was telling Israel, you know, you getting ready to go into captivity. So they were, you know, prophesying against them, letting them know that they're going off. Were they delivered out of their captivity when that city was sieged? No. Prophets had to go along with them too.
Right.
We're out here with our people, and we're going through the same destruction. We're going through the same load. So we're going through the same load. So the thing is, why do you want to keep going out and representing it and trying to heal Babylon?
Right.
Stop trying to help put that bomb on it. This place is through, and we wanted to be through because we're ready for the kingdom. Hell, I'm tired. My back hurting right now.
Man. It says, and I will cast down your slain men before your idols, and I will lay the dead carcasses of the children of Israel before their idols, and I will scatter your bones round about your altars. Yeah, man. So like the brother was going into, man, all these idols, you know what I'm saying, Jake wanted to shoot, man, the Most High gonna throw your bodies upon them, man. Right? Your dead carcasses, man. You know? I ain't playing with nobody, man. Right?
Oh, this is it. We'll bring it home right here.
This is Baruch chapter 2. I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, Therefore Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai hath made good his word which he pronounced against us and against our judges that judged Israel, and against our kings, and against our princes, and against the men of Israel and Judea. All right, it says to bring upon us great plagues, such as never happened under the whole heaven, as it came to pass in Jerusalem, according to the things that were written in the law of Moses.
We're going through a lot of shit. And who was the front runner of putting us through all that? White man. devil that we're speaking of is the man that runs the banks and everything. But his time is almost up. Like the priest said, hey, it's a stopping point. It's going to be a time where Esau shit going to be cut off, and it's going to be done. And then it's going to be time for Israel to rise, okay?
Right.
With Yahweh Shai on the throne of David.
Right.
All right, so with that, I'd like to give all praise, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakapadash.
Come on to the Apostle of the Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the Akim. Keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? We're almost through. We're almost done. Shalom.
Shalom.